Okay, hey, it's Dr. J. It looks like something is on my mouth because I got it from this little thing here. Welcome to this week's quick video of intentional living. I'm super excited, like very, very excited. I got to exercise and I hope that it works, but if it doesn't work, I got a backup plan. And so we're really going to talk about how we're spending our time. Like we talked a little bit about putting things in our jar that was important to us last week or the week before in the video. And if you missed the video, check out the YouTube station, Dr. Juanita Morris. On YouTube, Dr. Juanita Morris. But today we're going to talk about how we're spending our time, right? And all right, so I'm going to hop right in. Here's what I've got. We're going to see if my little exercise works. Y'all know that I'm an educator somewhere at heart, communicator and trainer, but this is my time, right? And so there are 24 hours in a day. I think there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 12, 18, 24. So I got 24 bucks to spend. I got $24 to spend every single day. It is not going to replenish. It is not going to renew. I cannot sock it away. I can't put it in a CD. I can't put it in a savings account or a high yield savings account. I can't put it in a checking account. This is what I got every single day. And so sometimes we miss life because we're not allocating our resources in the most effective way to get at what it is we want to get out of life. And this is a choice, right? It's how we are choosing to spend or invest our time. Okay, so I wrote my little thing down and I'll show you what I have, but we're going to walk through it. And mine is going to start from 12 a.m. to 11:59 the same day. So that's my 24 hours. So if I look at it, at 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, your girl is asleep. I ain't fooling around. I ain't chit-chatting. I am going on night-night. Okay? So that's, let's see, 12 to 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3 to 4, 4 to 5, 5 to 6. So I got 6 hours. I'm gone. All right, so then I usually get up around 6 o'clock in the morning. I like to get up at 5, but it's not a hard and fast rule. The earlier I go to bed, the earlier I get up. And so on average, I get up at around 5 o'clock. Okay, so when I get up at I get up at 6 o'clock on average. So when I get up at 6 o'clock, typically from 6 until 7 on most days, it's me. This is my hour. And so whether I'm spending time kind of walking around the house and spending time meditating, maybe I'll take a shower, maybe I will sit and read scripture. I will spend time doing whatever it is that I want to do to start my day. I'll have some hot tea in the morning and just slowly reintroduce myself to the new day and just kind of think. There's no set agenda. Make the bed. My mom be making her bed every day. She's been doing that for years. I'm just now getting to that stage. So make the bed in the morning. But that 1 hour is allocated to me. So that 7 o'clock, get up at 6, from 6 to 7 is my time. What I found for me, and I'm looking at my calendar over here, is between 7 and 9, I am good at emailing and responding. And so 7 to 8, 8 to 9, it is all the stuff. And so some of the stuff may have been on the plates for a couple of days in email. Some of the things may have been in email, just came in the night before. Some things needed some more time because I am in a space to really process. It's super calm and quiet. I got my glass of water or my hot tea. And so I am able to give it some time. And that 7 to 9 time also allows me to not only do email, but I can listen to the radio, and I listen to the radio station every single morning. So that takes me from about 7 until 9 on just kind of easing my way into day, but really, really starting to respond and be part of the day with that correspondence. It's just a good time for me. Some folks do better in the afternoon. Some folks do better after lunch for me, and I don't respond a lot throughout the day because it gives me more time in the morning to be more thoughtful and intentional. And so you see, I don't have a lot of time here. If I think about my bedtime, I'm going at 9 o'clock, 10 at the latest. So I'm gonna go ahead and listen, I do not play around with my sleep at all because I need my sleep in order to be a good human. So I'm gonna go ahead and take my 10 to 12 off, sometimes a little bit. The end of the day, at between about 8 and 9, that last 2 hours of the day, I invest in me. And so each year I decide what courses I want to take, or what else do I want to learn, or what books do I want to listen to, or what do I really want to concentrate on during the course of this year. And so 7 to 9-ish is my time to really all right, I'm going to go ahead and do a webinar for me, or I'm going to do some homework from a digital course that I'm taking. This year, I am taking a digital course certification through American Marketing Association, and I also have another course in 1 or 2 more courses, but it gives me 12 months to do that. So I plan those before the year starts to say, these are the things that I think that I want to get better in, I want to grow in, and I want to learn more about. And so the last 2 hours before bed really belong, hold on, to me. So there's one, and then here is another. So I've kind of talked about how I start my day. I kind of talk about how I end my day. In the middle of the day, between 6 and 8, 6 o'clock or 6:30, whatever time it is, my husband and I are watching Wheel of Fortune. So it's typically our time to kind of chit chat, catch up, figure out what happened throughout the day, how his day is going, what projects we have. We share a business, and so we sometimes talk about business, but we have dinner, and we have dinner at home. And so that 6 to 8 is family, it's friends, it's chat time, because that is what feeds my soul, and that is what I need. If I'm responding to text messages, I'm probably doing it I cannot do that all throughout the day. And so I kind of block and chunk my day, and I'm very intentional about how I'm spending my time. 6 to 8 is usually home, or I'm on not Zoom, but what is that? FaceTime with my mom, or I'm on chat time with the girlfriend. I am on video or doing whatever with family and friends. So here is what I have left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Don't forget, in here somewhere, I do eat lunch, and I don't eat lunch and work. I stop and have lunch. If I have anything else to do that's family related, my son has gone to college, so it's me and my girl. It comes out of this time. There's work, right? So really from 9 to 1, 10 to 11, 12 to 1 is when I take the bulk of my meetings. I don't do meetings all day and all into the day unless it's necessary. And if you will find me on Friday that I take very, very few meetings because it is my work day and I get to catch up and do the things that we've talked about throughout the day. Oftentimes people do meetings all day and then they have to stay late in order to do the work. I do the meetings, but then on Friday is really a good, calm, peaceful work day for me most of the time. Every now and again, there's a meeting. Every now and again, there's an event in the evening. A lot of times there may be something to do on a Saturday or Sunday. The day varies no matter what time of the year or what's happening. And so I would say 9 to 1, about 4 hours is really meeting time and work time. So there is 2 here. And I've already had my lunch, I had my breakfast, I done factored in my dinner, and then I'll get 2 more hours here to do meetings and engage with others regarding work. And then that leaves me about 2 hours to do trainings for work or webinars or quick conversations or catch up with people, or to draw closure to some things. And then there's still another 2 hours that are remaining that I might, depending on what's happening, whether it's grocery shopping, whether it is doing any manner going to and fro. Sometimes the meeting is an hour and a half, but I have some space, right? I have some room to breathe. Like every minute of my day is not filled. And so here's what I want you to do. I want you to think about this idea of having 24 bucks in one day. I'll show you one of the ways that I break my day out as well. Isn't it? You will see that it's broken out not only by day, but by hour. And so you can see up here that this is kind of where I spend time chunking. And I was very aware of the amount of time that I had in a day, but my personal trainer was like, hey, start to structure and organize your day. This is hard for me, but it is a necessary and a good assignment to have. It doesn't have to be every day and stick to the letter of it. There has to be space to have ebb and flow, but I have to also create the ability to organize my day. I used to have a Franklin planner for years. And so this is kind of how I do it now. And you'll see at the top, it has emails. I had a meeting here, personal training session here. From there, I had another meeting, hair appointment, because that's all me. It's built in. Put my daughter's hair appointment in just to pop in, remind me to pop in and check and make sure I pay. And then another meeting here, and then I had some travel time. We have to start to think of our time. Are we spending it or are we investing it? A lot of my time is invested in me because it helps me to become a better friend, a better colleague, a better employee, and have different outcomes. When I am run down and when I am not spending, when I'm just spending it and not investing my time and making sure that I'm whole, I don't have effective outcomes, and it becomes hard and it becomes challenging, and I'm going from to and fro, and there is no ebb and flow. And so think about, how are you going to invest your time? I don't have a lot of time for social media. I don't have a lot of time because it's not really built into the work that I do. Would love to learn more and do more, but in terms of long scrolling or spending time with that, I don't do that. It's just, I would rather invest my time, and sometimes folks, those kinds of things help businesses grow. I would rather invest my time in part in me as well as in the work that I'm doing in the community and the boards or all of those things than just spend it. I don't want to look up at the end of the day and say, what did I accomplish? I do want to look up and say, man, I had a full day. I had a productive day. Or sometimes it's like, this day did not go well. I'm going to go ahead and lay down and try it again. And other days it's like, all right, I came, I saw, I done the thing. I got a t-shirt to prove it, and now I'm going to clock out. And so think about your 24 hours. Think about how you are framing your time, because that is on us. It's not always on our employer. Yes, we have obligations and expectations, and maybe you do have to take out 8 to 5 or 7 to 3 or whatever that block of time is. But once you take that out, think about the remaining time. And if you are a mom or a dad with little bitties that require a lot of time in the evening, block the lot of time in. Because when you block it in, then you don't become resentful or upset or angry, because you know it's already there. For me, family has been the priority. And there were times when there was no, I'm getting ready to sit down and read a book for 2 hours. No, I was going the hell to bed because I was tired. Right? As a parent. And so that is not where I am. So when you think about how you're spending your time, you've got to align your time with your priorities, and then your time becomes the investment that we're making. Okay, this one was super long. I may come back and do it again. I really, really like it though. It's kind of exciting. You got 24 hours. 24. What's important to you? Sleep is important to me. Family is important to me. Outcomes and impacting and changing and saving lives is important to me. How I do that is to try to be sure and be very intentional about being whole and doing the things that really make me whole. Reading makes me whole. Spending chat time on the phone, laughing and talking makes me whole. You'll see some days there will be travel in there. This week there was, well, we had travel yesterday. Think about the investment of your time and don't let other people waste it. So when folks are showing up late to meetings, you don't have to stay. I mean, unless it's your employer, if it's, a supervisor or something. But in general, we should have the expectation that people arrive at meetings on time unless something happens. We should have the expectation that if we set a block of time for an hour, if I set a block of time for an hour, I am imposing if I go beyond that on your time, right? So when we hear folks say, go ahead and leave if you have to, well, was it an hour? Because that's what I had blocked off. If it was going to be 2 hours, then I would have reevaluated. And so be aware of how we are also adding to or taking away other people's currency. We all have the same amount, right? And so think about, how do I best invest my time? When I talked about this once before in a workshop, one of the things that I said was, we have kids that are in junior high who are taller than us. And if I'm spending 30 and 40 minutes and 25 and a half hour every night fixing lunches, I'm not. And I'm not because I'm going to do the work. I'm going to spend some time, invest some time in doing the work. I'm invest some time in going to the grocery. And then I'm going to invest some time in bringing it home so you can fix your own lunch. My responsibility shifts as my children is getting older. How are you investing your time? Is any of it with you at the center and at the core? Okay, I'll see y'all next week. We have a workshop tomorrow. I'm terribly excited about it. We are going to talk about knowing who's in your corner. We will also have the next workshop the next month, which is, it is this idea of a balance. Balancing is not a real thing. We don't balance our life. We live in flow. We live in alignment. And so check out JuanitaMorris.com and subscribe. Got some cool stuff coming up, or subscribe to the YouTube channel, Dr. Juanita Morris. Thank y'all for joining. See you next week.